Hello everybody, this is me, Patzio. Yay! It's 2022. It's 2023. Yay! It's supposed to be a new year, so I'll do something different today. Different than any other day. Because I feel like the year 2023 is going to be the year of hope. It's going to be the year of change that I will see on myself. So, without further ado, let's talk about why the earth is flat. Well, no, not really. Um, so, a lot has been going on. By a lot, I mean nothing has been going on. I just feel lazy and don't want to make any videos. You know, everybody's waiting for me on the internet because I'm supposed to be a popular YouTuber or something like that. I have like a lot of subscribers and stuff. So, uh, since I'm talking, I think it's gonna be weird. Oh, not really weird. I do this all the time to talk to the walls, and this time I'm gonna talk to the camera. So, the best thing that happened today is that I took a shower after a week. So I feel great and all. But there's something important I want to address is that the incompetence and sheer retardation of the mental health centers that I'm forced to go into because I have nothing else and nothing better to do with my time than to just think about doing the shit and thinking about, fantasizing about me having a superpower or something like that. I know it's pretty retarded. I've de-illusioned myself from all of this, so I know what I do. Alright, so um if I say how much how much I have to say, I do have to say. I'm gonna say that that's pretty close to zero for now. Well, I have one thing to say actually. That's not close to zero. It's like one offset away from zero. It's a positive one. Okay, whatever. It's that I'm thinking of making tech videos again, but I know my tech videos are actually pretty original. You know that, I definitely do. So I think about making more original content from this year on. I have got a new laptop, but it's so proprietary and consumed in the capitalistic field that Linux actually fails to work properly. By what I mean that Pulse Audio doesn't work. ALSA doesn't work because my sound card is something that ALSA developers haven't really thought about. So I have to live with a deaf laptop for a while now until the new kernel release actually fixes the bug that there is no audio. The only source of sound on my laptop was actually the Bluetooth audio. And God forbid, how fortunate I am that Bluetooth actually stopped working. So, and apart from that, the unnecessary things like the fingerprint scanner, which actually doesn't work with Live. What is called Fprint D, the daemon that you bypass your sudo password to the Live Fprint D, so it registers your thumb. And there's some weird gestures you have to do, like you have to swipe to make it work, but when you swipe it just fails sometimes, and 3 times is the limit. After that you have to type your password, a big long fat password, and if it registers your finger it will make you type your password again. So I disabled it. So that's what's been going on. The microphone isn't working, so I can't make any videos. The laptop kind of has a good quality webcam, so I can fire up OBS and record myself doing some shit. I'm actually learning about mm, the low level file managing in C and all sort of things like how to how to calculate the page size in memory, how to align the page, how to reallocate memory to your pointer, then make the pointer pointed to another pointer, and after it's reallocated to the size that was originally the previous size, after many iterations you can parse, you can have the buffer equal to the size of your file you give or any kind of data you give. I'm also trying to see how Python works. There are a lot of how Python actually internally works. I mean C Python. C Python code is kind of confusing at first, but if you look at it for a while, enough to make you kind of understand where I mean what's going on inside. I'm trying to intercept the std in file std in input and trying to represent that input and translate it to C or assembly and see how it does memory allocation, register allocation, stack allocation, etc. So that's what I'm trying to do. And also when you compile Python from the upstream URL in GitHub, the build is compiled with debugging symbols, which I don't want. I actually want the vanilla experience of not having the symbols, because on the vanilla Python binary that you get from your package manager, the binary package manager, unlike Gentoo, which is basically compiling with your desired flags and used flags or whatever like that. So only that's for granted that there are a lot of the main functions that are dynamically loaded into the debugger. The symbols are actually are wrappers for other static functions that are compiled, and the debugger can know the symbols of those functions, and you can't even disassemble the function. You have to guess where the return address is, how much offset the return address is from the starting address. Then you print out the RIP register, instruction pointer register, and you can have a basic idea of what's going on. You may get some addresses of entry point to other functions that are being called within the function. So that's what I'm trying to do. I don't know. I'm reading something. I'm reading the Linux kernel, Understand the Linux kernel by O'Reilly. I'm kind of skimming it through because I don't feel like reading the entire thing. I'm reading how pages work, how pages are mapped into memory, and how those mapped regions are aligned to the page size, if that make any sense. So that's what I'm trying to do, and I know that would be pretty esoteric and at the end of the day useless, but I still insist on doing it because that makes me learn a lot about computers, operating systems are, and how the kernel manages memory, how the user space requires the kernel to memory, and that sort of thing. Okay, so uh, that's what I'm trying to do. Maybe if you're interested, maybe you can leave a comment down below and tell me if you are interested to see, or you are wanting to see a video on GNU/Linux. Don't have the time because I have too much time allocated to me looking at the walls behind me. So I be like, for me to cope with the reality I live in. So yeah, that's it. I've discovered a author. One thing I want to mention that you probably should check out if you have a Duma lifestyle, that is Osamu Dazai, a Japanese author that writes about cynical things about the world in a humorous way. So it's gonna be pretty cool to read. But I just am drowned in the addiction of browsing 4chan and posting and shit posting all the time, arguing with people. I don't know how to avoid that addiction. Maybe someone can enlighten me, and maybe that someone is you. How do I know that? I don't know. So that's it. That's about it. See.